Hello, everyone. My name is Connor Jones, and I am a Star Wars. I am a Jedi. Hey, everyone. My name is Luke's friend Connor, and I have pre-gamed a little bit.
Hey guys, welcome to the Drunk Nerd. I'm Ryan. This is Luke. This is Connor, and we're trying to get drunk. Woo!
Hey guys,
we're back.
Okay guys, to start off the show, we're going to start off on the topic of Marvel.
Don't we always talk about Captain Marvel? She's gonna be in my episode of
His Dreams.
Black Panther movie.
He was great in the Civil War.
But Black Panther just gained 2 new people to cast. Lupita Nyong'o.
No, wait,
Yeah.
right on.
Mask
Way to
Katana.
stay Disney.
Yep. She is a Disney darling. And then we have Michael B. Jordan, who was in Creed.
And
Basketball.
number 23.
B is for basketball.
Fantastic Four. He was in that bullshit.
Yes, he was in Fantastic Four.
He was also in Can You Take Me Higher?
Which is very interesting to know because they've been talking about doing a Fantastic Four movie. Well, that's obviously not happening now because Michael B. Jordan is in
No,
Marvel.
they're still pushing it. They really are still pushing it.
My joke was Creed.
Can you take me? I just got it.
Over your heads.
But yeah, Ryan Coogler is directing Black Panther, who also directed Creed. And if you've seen Creed,
you know that they shred.
Have you guys seen Creed?
No.
Have you seen Creed?
Their ticket prices are outrageous for the time period, so I just pass. I have not seen. I don't particularly care for the Rocky movies, except when I'm doing a workout and Eye of the Tiger pops into my head. I'm like, dun 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 dun. I'm boxing, but that's like for 6 seconds.
So
back.
So that plays while you're doing unboxing video.
It did.
All right,
Jesus,
so I'm back
come
to being regular.
Anything to add to this, Connor?
I wasn't listening.
He doesn't know what's happening.
Black Panther casting Michael B. Jordan and Mask Katana.
I don't think there are any cats casted.
For Garfield is going to be in it. Gazorpazorp Field is going to be in it. Rick and Morty reference, you're welcome. What was the topic?
Black Panther.
Black Panther. So
The solo movie.
Black Panther, the solo movie. Michael B. Jordan. No. I'm going to go on my thing first. You listen. Michael B. Jordan, is he going to be part of his posse? Or, obviously, they're going to be in the movie together. But the Lupita
Nyong'o.
Yeah, that's her name. I'm sorry, Miss Lupita. I really liked you as Maz Kanata. I'm sure you're going to do a kick-ass job as this. But I think she's going to be in the name that I can't remember of his bodyguards that are all female. And they have, the shaved heads. And you see the one girl, she stands up to the Black Widow girl. Hang on. Rewind. Spoiler alert. You see her stand up to Black Widow.
Yeah.
The only thing I saw happen there was that backside.
Yeah, I think everyone
Holy
genuinely went,
butts!
holy shit.
Holy butts!
Yeah. Honestly, the only thing I looked
How
was
many squats a day does that account
at
to?
least 4 or more of really heavy weight. And then you do the triad thing where you go up in weight. Anyway, so the thing is, what I was saying is that she's gonna be one of the, maybe not, maybe this is wrong, but it'll probably be right or wrong. But she's gonna be one of the bodyguards for him. And that's all I really had to say.
I think she's going to be either a love interest or, like you said, a bodyguard of Black Panther.
Do you think that he's going to be Human Torch?
No.
Me neither, because that movie sucked. I didn't see it, so...
I did, and it was terrible.
Part of it, yeah. Let's move on. Civil War has been out for a week now.
Sorry.
If you guys haven't seen it, we're gonna give our slight thoughts, maybe go into a few spoilers here.
Should we save this for later?
No.
Okay, let's do it now.
So if you haven't seen it yet, skip forward just a little bit, and yeah. Civil War. What did you guys think?
I liked it. It was fun. There wasn't a lot of Civil War references, but the fun movie was happening. Civil War is in the actual American Civil War.
Yeah,
the South will rise again!
Yeah, but the North remembers. I said that last video. Drinks.
I Really though,
I'm so sorry. I really like Civil War. You really like the twist at the end.
yeah. Well, no, just the whole that there was a that we didn't see the entire actual storyline. You didn't see any storyline in the. You saw the trailers showed, yeah, there's fighting and this and that, but you didn't know necessarily why.
Yeah.
There was a whole storyline that unfolded.
Yeah.
You never saw any of in the trailers.
Yeah.
Unlike BVS, where you knew the whole movie going in, and there was no surprises whatsoever. This movie really delivered a story that you weren't ready to have. And
Can I say stuff, or are you done? Not done. Your teeth are pretty.
have at it.
No, what? You just finish your
I was
sentence.
just gonna say Giant Man.
Giant Man.
Spoiler alert, Giant
Look,
Man.
Is it Giant Man or is it Giant Man?
Giant Man.
That's what I'm
Gosh,
thinking.
darn
It's the
it.
pun, man. It's the
Breaking
pun.
some planes and
You know, having the Star
I've
Wars
got something
reference.
big. I passed out when I did it, but you know.
If I split in half, don't come back for me.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And then he's shot in slow motion and everything. It's
Yeah.
so
really
good.
cool.
That's the thing I'm wondering about. Is like, if you're that giant, do you actually, is there more like wind resistance that you move slower?
Maybe.
That's what I'm thinking, because
just
like
like
otherwise,
your muscles churning, like it's you
You're
have the
just kinda
same muscle tension and all these things.
so it
are-
takes more energy to
but
do
yeah,
it.
like a tiny thing's like, beep, 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 beep. You know, you've ever seen a centipede, you will understand
Yeah.
things small
They just-
dart like assholes.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm wondering. Because
Ooh.
I was like, why is
Wow.
he like he could just be like, bam, 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 and
Yeah.
kill everyone?
Very accurate scientifically. I feel
Okay,
like.
I feel like that's accurate as well.
They got Bill Nye to do the research.
Probably Neil deGrasse Tyson, TBH.
Let's be real here. Spider-Man.
Spider-Man was
Who's that?
every time he was on screen, I was giddy like a
Yeah,
little
us too.
schoolgirl.
When
Oh my
Queens
goodness.
popped up on the screen, my God. Because he like gives a slight smile, and then he's like, I've got an idea. Cuts to Queens, you see Peter Parker's backpack,
Oh,
and then you see Hot Aunt May, Marissa Tomei.
and he's like, "Hey, there's a really crazy car parked out. Why are you here?"
Yeah.
And then like he's got that whole like chemistry with Tony Stark with Robert Downey Jr. And he's like, "Oh, remember you applied for that grant?" And he's like winking at him really hard. I love that whole sequence. That was great.
That's
That was
cool.
unbelievable.
You can tell, like, if you know going into the movie that was added after most of the movie was shot.
Yeah.
You can tell, but it's really still well done.
Which
and
is
it fits
crazy
in
because,
well
like,
enough.
That's like the biggest fight scene. They must have had to like scrap it and then redo all
I feel
of
like
it.
that's probably the last thing that they did in the entire
Well,
thing.
a lot of Spider-Man is CG, so in that fight scene.
Well, but I know,
but
but
still,
like,
there's a lot
there's still
designed
like
around that.
yeah, and
Yeah.
and there's like when they line up, there is like there are cuts of it where he's absent,
Yeah.
so that they can do that for promotional purposes. They don't ruin Spider-Man's
Yeah.
suit and stuff. I will say that I'm a fan of his suit way more in motion than I was in stills.
Yeah.
When I saw it in stills, I saw the chevrons. I'm like, whatever. But I saw it in
I
motion.
saw-
I was like, yeah.
You know, I saw the cosplay community blow up, and immediately that trailer came out, spoiling the Spider-Man surprise, which, whatever. But immediately the cosplay community blew up with these prints and stuff, and they were gorgeous, and they are still, as far as I can tell, the day after that shit happened, people had the designs up, and they were accurate. Somehow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's
And
really
so
impressive.
I got to see a lot of that before, seeing the movie.
That's
So I
super
knew
cool.
what it looked like, the double lined.
Yeah. No, I
webs and
I
stuff.
flat out was not a fan before.
I
I'm a
really
fan
enjoyed
now.
it. The eyes weren't as
Ooh.
big a deal as what I thought they'd be. They
That's
made
true.
them a big
That's
deal
true.
in the trailer,
But
and-
they still made it emotive.
right.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
true.
That's
And the whole like him talking to everyone else in the comic or everyone else in the story, and being like, people being like, there normally isn't this much conversation and fighting.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, sorry, and then started kicking their asses.
Yeah.
That was great.
that's very Spider-Man.
That was they nailed it. I didn't think that they could get more on Spider-Man
Yeah.
than they could with. Well, actually, I think that I don't know, man. I'm still torn, but I think he
Yeah.
nailed it. I think Tom Holland is 100%
It was
like
a good start.
I'm very proud. And I like that they kind of graced over the whole origin story. They're like, when that thing happened, since that thing happened, you know, like...
6 months ago is what he said. It's been 6 months since I had these powers. So
that's solid for me.
Yeah.
I heard someone when they left the theater the second time say, like, oh, I really want a Spider-Man's origin story. And everyone else around him was like, why?
Yeah. Because
you
everybody
don't know
knows.
it now?
Yeah, it was like, you don't need that.
Up.
And then,
Everybody
yeah.
knows.
Oh my god.
Everyone's seen those first 2 Spider-Man movies, and if you haven't, then you
You're
don't
not
care about the
watching
character. So you know, yeah.
God, Peter Parker.
But yeah, is there anything else you guys want to say about Civil War? We're gonna try to keep this short.
Sorry, I went off on a tangent.
No,
I do
fine.
actually have things I want to say. I think that I was originally I was more pro Iron Man, and then I switched sides to be Team Cap because Captain America, at least as I understand from the comics and from the things that Ryan has told me,
Feeding him lies.
I don't think so. The Captain America is just literally the best person you could ever meet, possibly.
Yeah. The
best person you ever have on your side. So I switched to Team Cap, and then I went into this, and I'm so torn on both sides because they both. I mean, obviously it's the purpose of the film. I think that there's no real wrong answer. There's no real right answer because both sides have major, giant plot points. They're like, oh well, this is right and this is right, but both parties are so single-sided and single-minded that they can't meet in the middle, and that is really hard. And when they're together, like when Tony and Cap are together, they are a kick-ass team. But when sorry, I just remembered that like I'm talking, people can hear me. It's not just in my head. This is weird. Anyway, when they're together, they're a wonderful team. But when they're separated, like they're kind of self-destructive towards one another, and that sucks. But like they're each right, and they each believe that they're right, and I can totally see like the positives to both sides and the negatives. Like if Cap would just be like, okay, well consider that he did these things even though he didn't know he was doing them. Talking about Winter Soldier here, then Bucky, that like he could like compromise and be like, okay, we need to keep him in check, so like let's freeze him or something. But he wants him to do that of his own decision. But Iron Man is like, you know, like, well, we're held responsible for all these. We need to be held responsible for all these things that we've done, but we're not because we're saving all these people, but we're not thinking about like all the people that are lost during these buildings falling down or whatever that we don't intentionally do, but end up happening as a result, as a causality of what we've done.
Realistically, though, had it not been for these individuals, the entire team, the Earth would have been.
Probably
decimated.
destroyed.
No. It would have absolutely
Yeah.
been decimated by aliens at this point.
Yeah.
They fight them off, and they save the planet. Nobody's giving credit to this.
That's
Yeah.
well, yeah.
All
and
of these people that weren't saved would
They're-
have been dead anyways.
You're correct, and they're also worried about like, okay, this one person died and meant the world to me, but you can't take that out of consideration because you have to think that like this person meant the world to this person. No life is insignificant.
Exactly, and that's fine, but all life is insignificant if it's all obliterated at once
That
by
is also
aliens
true. And see
Thanos.
this is why I'm torn.
And it's not that Captain America and Iron Man in there, which they talk about, like, we have these powers, now we're bringing challengers. It wasn't their fault that the aliens came here, the
That's true.
Thanos army. Thor
That's true.
and Asgard brought that shit to Earth, and it was never touched on that really the fight came to Earth because of Asgard.
Which is crazy to think about.
Because Thor's not involved in this movie, but realistically, the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe has this huge threat against them solely because of Asgard and Thor and Loki bringing a fight to Earth.
Here's the thing. I also think that the reason that Bruce Banner, Hulk, and Thor are actually doing this movie.
Bruce Banner was.
Oh, well, I'm glad I informed you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Please tell the people who that is one more time.
Bruce Banner transforms into Hulk because of gamma radiation. So
Gamma radiation.
They're the same.
So don't play too many games, otherwise you'll be green.
Yeah, it's too many games means you'll be the Hulk. So play more games, actually. But then
if you like to have roid rage or like Lloyd rage.
Any Soozers. So I think that they're absent from this film
Because Ragnarok
is happening
yeah.
simultaneously.
Well, absolutely.
So in the timeline of things, I think that Civil War in the MCU, the Marvel
Right.
Cinematic Universe,
and Ragnarok
and Ragnarok are happening simultaneously.
I thought that's been determined already.
Has it?
I
haven't been
I
confirmed.
assumed so. I assumed.
Okay, well,
I apologize.
assuming that they are happening at the same time, I think that is accurate. And then I think that this is necessary for, like, I know that you're upset about this, that there's no resolve at the... am I talking really fast? I'm probably talking really fast. Any users, at the end of this film, I feel like there's no resolve because they need to be broken, like the individuals need to be in two separate groups, maybe three, before, what is it called? Infinity War. Because that, like, kind of unites them over someone's potential demise. We don't know. We don't know who it is. We can suspect, but we don't know. And then something is going to happen, probably very dark, that makes them realize, like, why are we fighting? We are on the same side, really. Let's unite and defeat Thanos.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to come down to.
Well, obviously, we know that Thanos is coming.
Vision. Is it Vision, you think? Like, they're going to take that from him?
Well, that's one of the stones,
yeah,
absolutely.
That's one of the
yeah, there's going to be breaking him. And that's my problem with the end of this movie. Seemed rushed. And it was just like, oh, we have this fight. Just right.
And that whole like the Iron Man v Cap.
Man,
that was cool.
After that fight though, the fact that they weren't like, hey yo, like, all right, figure it out real fast. Figure it out real fast seems better to me than we're not gonna figure it out. Like, we're just going our separate ways, and then, well, maybe we're not the same team now. No, obviously, Infinity War is happening. You're gonna be on the same fucking team.
Yeah, Civil War is incredible. It's my favorite Marvel proper movie. So today,
Marvel proper. That means it's UK.
No. Nope.
That was from a Tasty reference.
Nope.
Tasty proper.
Tasty proper is UK.
Get off me.
It's the British stuff. I love you. I agree.
Today.
Same. Deadpool is still my favorite.
Not Marvel. Fox.
Yeah, that's why I said Marvel proper.
But the Marvel logo pops up before Deadpool starts.
I know, but it's not Marvel proper.
I know.
Well, thanks guys for watching. This has been our Civil War spoilers discussion. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I also hope you guys enjoyed it. I talked a bunch and I hope it wasn't annoying, but it probably was. And I love you. Bye.
You can hit the subscribe button up here. We have other videos down here. Just move the camera. There's our social media links over here. Thanks guys for watching. See you guys.
Connor fucking died. He's dead.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a good night.